This week we'll be focusing on variables in SASS. We'll be looking at what variables are, how we can declare them and use them, different types of variables, scope, and interpolation. Variables are the most basic way of making a value appear in multiple places while still being able to update it where it was actually defined. This prevents you from having to search through your code and trying to find all the places where you specified a certain name or number. You can change the value of a variable, and all the instances of where it's being used are going to be updated along with it. Any single property that will be repeated in your code, such as color or size, is usually going to benefit from being declared as a variable. This will allow you as the developer to make changes quickly and easily. Variable names will always begin with the $sign, and they're going to look something like this, $color. You'll want to name variables in the way that you would name classes and IDs. Make them semantic and understandable to real people who are going to actually be working with the code. How we declare variables and use them are in our SASS file. We'll make a declaration for a variable. In this case, I'm defining a variable called color. And then when I want to use this color, I'll just write the rule as I usually would, and instead of putting a value for the color, I'll put the name of the variable. The name of the variable is always going to start with the $sign. When your code compiles, it's going to compile with the value for that variable. You can create SASS variables with booleans, which are true and false values, with numbers, and these can be set with units or without, colors, and you can use hex or RGB values. You can use strings, and you can set them either with quotes or without, and you can also use lists or null values for variables. We're going to be looking at some of these in our hands-on examples in the next few movies. Now that you know a little bit about variables, in the next exercise, we'll go ahead and see how these affect our page in practice.